You can't bowl there to Jayasuriya, because that's what will happen. It's a gift for him, and he's hammered it away through square cover for 4, the opening boundary of the morning. Edged, but down to third man on 4. That's perhaps a gap that Hussain will look to close when Jayasuriya is on strike.
Again, they're looking to bowl a full length, England. Good delivery from Hoggard. Just races away. Vacant areas down at third man with such attacking fields. The ball very much in the right area for England.
Your backward point. There he goes again through square cover for 4. Much more conventional, orthodox stroke. It's his third boundary.
Jayasuriya when he's in form. Just an open face. Trademark left-handed open face, and he gets the ball.
More runs here, just pushed backward of square, and it'll be 2 more. Jayasuriya is coming back, could be struggling here. I tell you what, I think that's out. I think that's a huge error of judgment from the Sri Lankan captain. There's a nod to his partner, he thinks he might have got there. A big dive, and I just wonder whether Jayasuriya is out of his ground here.
Well, what a stupid run that is. Early on in the Test match, he was under pressure. Michael Vaughan is the fielder. He's got a very strong throw. England looking at the big screen, looking for the red light. That was a nonsensical run. He may be nodding and saying he's in. Well, we'll soon see. Stewart gathers the ball. What a throw. Where is he? Where is he? He's gone. He's on his way. He's 2 foot out. Well, what a silly run that is.
It's a huge error of judgment by Jayasuriya. There was no need for that at all. Sri Lanka going along quite comfortably, and the captain has run himself out in inexplicable circumstances. Great throw from Vaughan right over the top. Stewart, all he had to do was take the bails off, but Jayasuriya has gone run out for 18. It's 38 for 1.
He can't know the fielder. You should know the fielders. It's Vaughan. He's got a very strong arm. Turns, throws, releases flat. It's bullseye straight. Stewart gathers. He's diving in. He's nodded and says he's in. He's on his way. That's out. It's a silly, silly run. Sri Lanka's captain has gone and he's given his wicket away. Jayasuriya 18. 38 for 1.
That's away through mid-off for 4. Butch is just jogging after that. He's got no chance of catching up with the ball. It's painfully slow for them. But this does give the batsman the opportunity to play these very pleasant off drives.
Trademark shot by Marwan Athapaththu. That's the area he likes to play into, straight down the wicket. The bat fakers. On the back foot.
There's no third man. That'll be another boundary. But this is the way in modern Test match cricket. You don't see too many dour 1.5, 2 runs and over days. The Australians have really broken the mould here. 3 and 3.5 runs and over is now. Leg gully. That's away behind point for 4. This outfield is remarkably quick. for the middle of May. The 50's up for Sri Lanka, and we're only in the 12th over.
But, short stride forward, and he picks up the gap.
Again says not out.
Certainly plenty of movement. It's marginal, but good decision, just outside the line.
Number 35 for speakers so far. He's got one now. That's straight into the hands of Andrew Flintoff. That's just what England needed. They'd had a poorish start to the game. The run out of the Sri Lankan captain had given them an early glimmer, but they were desperate for this second wicket. First ball after the drinks, there it is.
How many times do you see this? Concentration of the batsman, maybe just wandered, the drinks break. It's wide, he's gone after it, Sangakkara, and he's paid the price. Good catch. Never easy at Lords. Different colours that the fielders have to look through. But Sangakkara's gone for 10. It's 55 for 2.
Zimbabwe and Pakistan, where things happened a lot more quickly. This is a good catch by Andrew Flintoff. Seemed to see it all the way. Would have been probably watching the hand of the bowler, maybe the bat, but whatever happens, his reactions were quick enough. Straight in it goes. Sangakkara will be disappointed with himself. Well, they're big hands. Flintoff on the left, Cork on the right. Even in those games. It's found a way through. No one at third man. That's going to run down there for 4. Jayawardene off the mark. I suppose the difference here actually has been those other 2 games. It was a far more typical May type day. This is almost like June.
August, bathed in sunshine, it's glorious. No, there was totally different overhead conditions in those games. There was cloud cover. The wicket was visually greener.
Wide open spaces. A delivery over-pitched and slightly offline.
Again, trying to get it up there, give it a chance to swing. Because when it doesn't, to top-class players, Jayawardene is one of those, believe me.
The previous old grandstand. There you've got the mound stand. It's nicely timed. John Crawley giving chase. Tantalising stuff. The ball wins.
Great piece of timing. It's Patu, just literally defensive shot this. He thinks about the drive, then stops. It's right out of the meat of the bat. Quick outfield here. Races away. That is just a little push.
Beautifully placed. No doubt about this one. That's 4 more.
Well, he's timing the ball magnificently. Another fine example. Great tip here for kids watching the game. Just look at there's no a case of trying to smash the ball. It's a case of just getting everything right, getting the bat there, using the pace of the ball, and placing it.
Things looking very sweet for him this morning. Yet again, it's the same theory. Just get yourself into position.
Minimum movement. Keep it simple, but very effective.
Just saying, his sticky start. It took him around about 10 test matches to get his first 100. And to Adelaide. That's 4. Just a bit too short and wide.
It was in the air for a while as well. Just oh, wow. I wonder if Marcus Gothic had stayed down.
Light day, no cloud, very little breeze. Oh, good shot. Chopped away, backward a point before. What a good shot that is from Atapatu. He's been in good form this morning.
Just a hint of width and making complete use of that, coming down very hard on it. Exceptionally played. The placement too, very precise.
Oh, what a glorious stroke that is. Wide of mid-off in that gap between mid-off and extra cover. And that's Joe Wardener's 4th boundary.
That really was as good as any. Once again, an over-pitch delivery. And Joe Wardener, that's really the area where he thrives.
Well, if anybody wants to know how to play an off-drive, they've only got to look at this. Beautiful position, beautiful balance, not trying to hit the ball too hard, and in the gap. Too close to leg stump, and that's whipped away through square leg. It's going up the slope, and we'll go for 4. And the 100 comes up for Sri Lanka in the 25th over.
Once again, the timing very, very good. Waited on it, and the placement too excellent. Just a turn of the wrist. Such a wristy player, Mahela Jawardena. Uses the pace of the ball, and the ball races down that square leg boundary.
Hit on length as much as anything. It was a straightish ball, but very full. And Joe Wardener whipping that through the leg side with that bottom hand. Flicked away again through the leg side, this time by Atapatu. And that's 4 as well. That's run away down to the tavern side of the ground. The 50 partnership comes up off just 74 balls. And Marvin Atapatu goes to 44.
Very little margin for error once again. Just slightly down the onside, and Atapatu getting inside the line, working it into the gap. It's nothing about power here, just placement and timing. The Sri Lankans have done it most efficiently.
This will be tight. Another direct hit. Once again, Darryl Harper will go to Jeremy Lloyd, the 3rd umpire. to find out what he thought of this. It's Michael Vaughan again. He's having a great start to this test match in the field. This is pretty tight, David.
It is very tight. It's a direct hit. It's Vaughan again. We talk about swing bowling. Sri Lanka might just run themselves out. This is awful running again after the lunch break. Vaughan comes in quickly. It's a clean pickup. He's got a good eye. Good release. How tight's this? Oh, this is tight. This is very tight. Let's look again. Oh, that's very, very close. Desperately stretching for the line. Oh, dear me. 6 inches. Is he in or is he out?
Well, he may be given the benefit of the doubt here. I think, in fact, he is out, but there is no evidence to really substantiate that. That frame, he is over the line, so he's in, but the wicket was broken before this. Now, Jeremy Lloyd has asked for that again, and that looks out, doesn't it? From that angle, the bat certainly isn't over the line. And here's the other side of the ground. Once again, we have that frame that just that jump, the wicket not fully broken there, but that's a long way afterwards when it is. Now, what's Jeremy Lloyd's decision going to be?
Well, I think this is out, but I'm not sure that the decision will say that. Desperate lunge for the line. Once again, it's an awful run. Excellent fielding from Michael Vaughan. Now, is it too close to call? If there's doubt, if you're guessing, you've got to give the benefit to the batsman. Now then, the umpire's decision. Here we go. Not out.
Well, it had to be not out. It's tough luck on England, because I think he, in fact, was short of his ground. But the evidence of the camera, just frame by frame, would not substantiate that decision. So a let-off for Sri Lanka. How rare would that have been to have 2 run-outs in the first 3 wickets to fall? Careless running, and Marvin Attapattu is a very lucky man indeed. He continues on 46. Here's Hoggart again.
I think they're very much in business.
Again, full of length. This one has beaten Trescothick at mid-on. It's Paddock who's going to have to chase it up to the boundary, but he's lost that race. Feature of most of these boundaries, David, have been straight down the ground.
I think they've got the confidence to play with the full face of the bat. And this is a cracking shot. One of the most difficult shots to play, the on-drive. But the full face of the bat, body weight behind the shot. Full.
Well, that's flown away through that slip cordon and beats third man into the pavilion wall. Mark Butcher couldn't stop it, so 4 more.
Butcher seems to have a problem down there at third man, but that's the shot. I'm not sure that he got really on top of that. Brings 4 again. Just suffering there, Mark Butcher.
Edged, and it's gone through, and Marvin Attapattu will pick up 50s. First appearance at Lord's, and that's a big thrill for him. It's been a bit sketchy at times, been some pleasing drives in the V down the ground. 6 boundaries have come in his 50 runs, but he's a mighty lucky man to be there, having got the benefit of the doubt in that run-out decision.
That full face of the bat straight down the ground. Another super shot, effortless. Again down the ground with a full face, and again terrific execution of these shots. And on the back foot, just behind square on the offside. Good player.
To that close slip and the third man. So where does the ball go? Down to fine leg.
All those different fielding positions produce this delivery. Fine leg moved across to third man, the ball angled down the leg side. It's as easy as you like.
Big gap there between point and cover. And Jai...
Throughout this summer, if we get good weather and easy pace pitches, Sri Lanka and Indian batsmen will tuck in for full length bowling. It's another cracking shot through the offside.
20 boundaries already.
It's nicely played, got on top of it. Comfortable too. It's going along nicely. England need to do something. It's now 150 for 2. Pretty consistent. First 50 coming in 75 balls, second is 78, and the one that's just come up is 79. Paul Allot's with David Gapp.
Thanks, Ian. Very positive indeed. Plenty of time to play the shot. Everything under supreme control. And up comes both the 100 partnership and 50 for Mahela Jayawardene.
What a way for Jayawardene to go to his half-century. 9 fours in his 51. And this is emphatic as any of them. There's nothing for bowling short on this pitch. And Jayawardene has just spotted that away for 4. It's as though he's hobbling a bit, but he's okay. Managed to raise the bat after all that. 51 not out from just 84 balls.
Very well. See that well too. Well, he might have been hobbling after that previous stroke. He doesn't need to go anywhere after that one. That's 4 more.
He's made a couple of square cuts already today where he's rolled his wrists over the top of the ball, kept it down. He's done exactly the same here. There's plenty of time to play the stroke in position early. Emphatic downward hit, backward of point, and timed again quite beautifully. This is Jayawardene's route to 50. It's one of those square cuts I was talking about, rolling the wrists over the top of the ball. Beautiful off drive. That was all timing and placement through mid-on. Flashing cover drive. He's really had some wonderful strokes to get through to 50.
But he will find the gaps when they're there. I mean, the opportunity's there. Superb timing.
Off his legs, round the wicket from Flintoff, pitching outside leg stump. Batsman can't be LBW. It's fairly full. Bottom hand coming in to flick the ball away behind square. It's the wrong line from round the wicket. Got to get the ball.
Are enjoying this early summer weather. And Warden is enjoying that stroke. Pettit can't believe it. That's flown away up to the grandstand boundary.
Struggling a little bit with that hip and that blow from Flintoff, but it's out there. And it's dispatched. Sometimes batsmen, when they get the limp on the runner, they become more dangerous. Gordon Greenwich springs to mind.
Well, he's fast catching up, Marvin Atapatu, 66. Forward there. Outside the line, Ian, or just too far forward?
Let's just have a look. It's the one that goes the other way. Well, pretty good shout, I would say. He's not gone that far forward. It's certainly not going to bounce over the top.
Didn't hit him outside the line. Glorious shot, one of the best of the day.
He doesn't even bother extending the arms. It's not a half volley. He's hit it on the up and has not left the crease. Bowler will feel a little unlucky.
Gone for it again. Trescothick can't get there. 150 partnership comes up. Jayawardene will accept the pain. He'll put up with that. He now goes past Atapatu. He moves on to 81.
It's a good shot. It's not a bad delivery. He's got it up high. So the batsman's had to work very hard to keep the ball down. He's got it out the middle of the bat as well. Races away, nothing the man can do out there sweeping. Only about 15 yards to his right. It's never a contest.
That's away fine. That'll be 4 more. England have strayed onto leg stump far too often.
Just behind deep upper square and fine legs. So all you need to do is just, there you go, roll the wrists. These boys are good at that as well.
That's away for 4 more. That'll run down to the mound stand.
Beautiful shot. Very, very good timing. Full control of the shot.
And that will be 4 more, thank you very much. The butcher...
Sorry, over. Yeah, really breaking sweat. Twelve off the over, still 1 ball to go.
That's pulled away for 4 between
in some pain and some discomfort, but he latches onto this quickly. Ball banged in short. Two attacking fielders.
It's wide of Stewart.
Well, he's down the leg side, full length, away from his body. Thick inside edge. Alex Stewart goes left-handed. Just doesn't get there. Cork knows immediately there's a nick here.
Is that need to go your way. Dominic Cork knew there was bat on it and thought just for a split second that he was going to get a... You can't bowl there, that's just a good length ball on middle and off, and it's worked away up the hill for 4. Your margin for...
Away on length. Such a good player. High levels of concentration and class. Terrific technique. He's seen the field, got that mental...
like he wants it to. Oh, that's beautifully played. Oh, that's a wonderful stroke. It's a poor ball from Cork, but it's an absolutely stunning stroke from Jayawardene, and it takes him to 95.
Well, it's neck and nip and tuck between Atapatu and Jayawardene. Who's going to get the 100 first? Roll of the wrist again. The ball just angled ever so slightly in towards the leg side. Don't forget, the leg side has just been reinforced, but he knows where the fielders are. He picks his spot there.
Oh, there it is. That's going to run away for 4. There's nobody on the leg side in front of square. And Marvin Atapatu goes through to his 100. It's his 10th for Sri Lanka, his 2nd against England. And it's been a wonderful innings here today in the sunshine at Lord's.
It's an exhibition. He's played wonderfully well. He's a terrific player, Atapatu, and he's picked his spot again. The field will change, I think, now. Tried to bowl to that 8-1 field, England. It hasn't worked. But hasn't he played well? 103, 13 fours. And he likes double hundreds. He's just had a net.
He's finished now, either. There he goes. That's acknowledging the applause of the crowd as he goes through to 3 figures. 5 of his previous 9 hundreds have been converted into double hundreds. Oh, that's got to be close. Got to be close to being LBW. Venkat not interested. Very quick to say no. Oh, I'd love to see that again.
Just that lack of concentration, that's all it is, that he misses this delivery. Oh no. Michael Vaughan. The ball pitches. It does spin ever so slightly, but it's hitting bang in front and very low.
Have a look at some of the strokes that took Marvin Atapatu through to his 100. It's all been beautifully controlled and timed. It's been graceful. There's not been an awful lot of aggression. But the ball has found the boundary 13 times. Andrew Flintoff is into the attack and clubbed away through the offside for 4 more. That's Mahela Jayawardene's 100. It was a gift of a ball, and he didn't look the gift horse in the mouth. What a good innings that was. His 9th 100 and his first outside Sri Lanka.
Well, they're coming thick and fast now. Crowd stands in appreciation, and his team. Unfinished business here. 250 up as well.
As well, with that 4 that brought the century up for Jayawardene. What a great partnership this is between these two. They've put on 196. We've got Ranjit Fernando and David Gow for you now.
Sri Lankans have been just concentrating on putting bat to ball, and on this pitch, which really has not done too many favours to the bowlers, they've been able to hit the middle most times, and it's been absolutely brilliant batting out there.
Well, just the summary of the way he's got to 100 shows you shots all around the wicket. Well, he's gone for that in a big way. 4 runs, and up comes the 200 partnership now. It's on to 203. So just a little reconnaissance against the off-spinner, and he's found his mark pretty quickly there. 258 for 2.
It would seem that the Sri Lankans really are looking to get on with it, as English bowlers at the end of the session really not showing too much moral boost.
That's the split of the partnership. Atapatu has 86 of it. Jayawardene 107. Seems like a cup of tea too. Got him. That's the end of it. Trescothick, who let the ball through just early in the over, has the simplest of chances to take. Makes absolutely no mistake with it. And so it's the end of a very entertaining innings from Mahela Jayawardene. He's livid. He wanted to carry on for a lot longer, but he'll be warmly applauded all the way back to his pavilion at Lord's.
Huge break for England here. Mahela Jayawardene playing a little too early. Finds Trescothick at short mid-wicket, and a fine innings coming to an end. Standing applause for this big audience out there, and what a fine innings by this young man, Mahela Jayawardene.
Well, Jayawardene gone finally then for 107. He faced 168 balls. It's 261 for 3. So success for England, success for Flintoff. Finally an error of timing from Mahela Jayawardene. He's flicked it away so well all the way through the day, through that leg side. Just proves that when you're playing these sorts of shots, everything has to be absolutely right. His balance normally impeccable, his timing normally impeccable. Might just have come off the pitch a little bit more slowly than he thought, but that's the end result. Andrew Flintoff. A somewhat muted celebration, but he's had to work out.
Beautifully played. Marvin Atapatu's not interested in running. He knows this outfield. Aravinda de Silva just creams that away through extra cover.
Well, it's right up there in the slot, isn't it? Half volley length. Just what about.
Just the 3 wickets have gone down. The first one was Sanat Jayasuriya committing suicide, taking on Michael Vaughan's arm. Despairing dive, about 18 inches short. 38 for 1. Kumar Sangakkara caught by Andrew Flintoff at second slip. He went for 10. That was 55 for 2. And eventually Mahela Jayawardene going for 107. He put on 206 with Marvin Adapatu for Daryl Hare. Glorious shot again. And the feature of this batting throughout the day has been a beautiful maker's name presented to the bowler. 14th ball for Adapatu.
It's placement as much as anything.
Plenty of cricket. Helped over the top. That's a clever shot from Aravinda de Silva. Michael Vaughan will not catch that.
It's a good shot, isn't it? Just helps the ball. Just that easy pace pitch, and the ball short of a length will just sit up nice.
4 runs offered up there by Dominic Cork and accepted very gratefully. That's the 300 up for Sri Lanka.
Yes, another milestone there. 300 for 3. Another serene shot from Marvin Adapatu through extra cover. There's that ball at full length, round about off stump and medium fast, but he's quickly into the shot. All his body weight going into this shot and a full flow of the bat, picks his spot through extra cover. It's such a good feeling to ease the ball through there.
That'll gather pace going down towards the mound stand. Well, it's a great effort by Matthew Hoggard. He's had a long, hard day, but he can't stop that one. That's the 50 partnership up, making it the second best of the innings so far. 53 they've put on together. It's taken a long while, 149 balls.
It's a bit of timing, isn't it? Seen so much of that today. The new ball just gathers pace down the slope.
Well, he's picked up exactly where he left off yesterday. The ball coming into his pads and rockets away through square leg. What a start for Adapatu, what a start for Sri Lanka.
It's a warm welcome to all our viewers, and a warm welcome to that first delivery. Adapatu whips it away on the onside. Again, the timing absolutely perfect, and the placement too brilliant.
Cork can't get to that one. He should have done. That's 4 more, 8 off the first over of the day. And Hoggard has now got 1 for 107.
So the Sri Lankans continuing from where they finished yesterday, and that really doesn't augur well for England. Not at all good fielding. England needs to be desperate in this situation.
Hasn't taken Aravinda long to join the party either. 3 boundaries in the first 8 balls.
So flurry of 4s to start with. You can't really bowl short to De Silva. He's an excellent player off the cut, and he gets that away very easily.
Paddock.
This again has been the problem with the England bowling. They've been bowling on both sides of the wicket, and it's not always easy to contain top quality batting bowling in that fashion. Just need to try and concentrate on one side.
That'll be away for 4. There's no third man. 4th boundary of the morning, and we've only been playing 13 minutes.
The runs continue to come in the form of boundaries. No cover down there, third man. And Atapattu merely has to get through that slip cordon. Again, plays it well, brings it down, as you would see the wrist nicely over it. And disappointment.
Hits. It's wide of the third man. And that boundary brings up Marvin Atapattu's 150. When he gets hundreds, he usually cashes in with a double.
What a fine innings by Marvin Atapattu. 151 not out, and made in 283 balls. Anything which is short is dealt with severely. Certainly he's the type of player who tries to build on that first 100 of his.
Caddick to Silva. Glorious shot. Perfect timing again.
What a shot it really is. But look at the balance of it. It's everything in position, just caressed it through the offside.
2 hours well below par.
Dropped. Well, can't afford to do that. Hussain has dropped a sitter at first slip. Well, it's a no ball, so I suppose the captain will feel mighty relieved. But that was a simple catch.
Well, he won't have known it was a no ball. But that's regulation. And it's a correct decision.
Well, 2 errors for England there. David Lloyd's game plan said you've got to take any half chance. But if you're going to bowl a ball like that, you've got to make sure it's not a no ball. What a shot that is. Crashed away through square cover for 4. It brings up the 350 for Sri Lanka.
It's in the air. Quite safe though. Hit with a lot of power.
He's on from the pavilion end now. Where's that gone? Don't think anybody knew.
Well, we didn't. No, that's for sure. The batsman certainly didn't know. Atapattu. Bounce, leading edge, and it goes nowhere. Now you'd start to be getting worried as an England bowler, if those things don't go anywhere.
Now then, big appeal. I wonder if it was straight enough. It wasn't. Kept low though again, Ian.
Kept low, but I don't think it kept low enough. And kept unmoved. Well, first of all, does it strike him in line? He's outside the line. If it had been straight, he might well have struggled. It looks like the top of the pads, but the top of the pads are not a very tall man. That would have been close.
Just waits for anything round about leg stump and just flicks it away for 4. It's all very simple.
Very effective. Very good technique. Atapattu just seems to have so much time. Start to come forward, rock back. Turn of the wrists. That's another boundary. His 20th.
Oh, that's glorious. That really is good. Right up on his toes. Again, a minimum of effort. But the ball has raced away for 4.
100 partnership. What a way to bring it up. You know, if you had any doubts about how good this wicket is, just look at that for a shot. Again, rocks back into position, stays upright. Well, that's textbook.
Edged, dropped. Well, I don't believe it. In between first and second slip, Flintoff and Hussein have made a hash of that. I think it was Flintoff diving in front of Hussein that has put the ball down.
Well, what can you say? Such hard work for the bowlers. I'm afraid that's straightforward. Should be caught. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's regulation. You cannot believe it, Matthew Hoggard.
"27 overs of toil." Caddick's back into the attack in place of Flintoff. 6 overs, none for 9.
Well, I've been saying all morning there's been very little assistance for bowlers, so when this kind of chance comes along, it really has to be taken. It's regulation. When it rains, it pours.
They had good carry on it. Flintoff really didn't play more shots like that. It's another 4, square on the offside. Too much width from Caddick, capitalised on by Atapatu.
It's a great shot. Really is. Sparing dive from Michael Vaughan. Frustration for the bowler.
Edged, dropped again. Flintoff again as he's parried that. It's gone for 4. 2 catches in 2 overs. It's all fallen apart for England.
Well, quite short, I can say. Oh, it's another.
Aravinda de Silva now has 6,000 runs in Test match cricket. Another landmark which he's blissfully unaware of at this precise moment. His colleagues know exactly what's going on. 90 matches, 6,000 runs, averaging 42 plus. They've appealed so many times without joy. There have been some close calls, but nothing given yet.
It's good straight bowling from Hoggard. Skylines in. Atapatu plants his foot on off stump. It's sliding down the leg side. It's going down the leg side. Ball pitches and nips back. It's done enough on the angle to go down the leg side.
.50 for Aravinda de Silva. He's survived what's been a fairly torrid over so far. The 2 runs there, taking him on to 51. Warmly received.
Yes, I think we're going to see a lot more of the Sri Lankan balcony applauding batsmen and milestones. De Silva 51 this time, but he has slipped a gear here, Andrew Caddick, and he can do this. He can be dormant.
Well, that's well timed. That's just masterly. We saw a lot of wrist work yesterday, especially from Mahela Jayawardene, but it's a feature of Sri Lankan batting in general.
All about being organised. We've talked about the cut shot, but anything that drifts onto leg stump full of length Wonderful players that just whip.
Over the top of the slips and away for 4. Nothing going England's way, and the ball's gone to hand. It's gone down to the turf, and the edge is flying away to the boundary. Just 6 runs short of 400 now. That is a glorious shot. Twenty-three boundaries now to Marvin Atapatu, and none better than that one.
Textbook. Rocks back, stays upright. He played one earlier this morning. That's as good. This one's hit in front of square. This is hit through extra cover. So much time he's got. Quite right, there's not much you can do.
Off the edge, but it's wide of Butcher. 4 more. Sri Lanka have scored plenty of runs in front of the wicket, but they've also scored plenty down to third man.
It's not really intended, but it's very effective. The outside edge, but it's flown away. Pato knows it's going for 4, doesn't even leave the crease.
Andrew Caddick joins the 100 club as well. 0 for 103.
Clips haven't been very helpful though.
This is in the air. Trescothick takes it comfortably. So eventually the tactic works for Dominic Cork. Marvin Atapatu doesn't register that double 100 this time. He's gone for a magnificent 185. And at last, England have taken their 4th wicket with the opposition of 407.
He's left everything alone, decides to go for this one. It's not a committed hook shot, in my opinion. He's looked to paddle it round. He's top-edged it, and Trescothick has to move a couple of yards. As easy as you like. England hang on to a catch at last. Fine innings though. Standing ovation, well deserved. Crowd, players, even got some life in the pavilion.
A really excellent Lord's 100. Marvin Atapatu out for 185, 407 for 4.
Look at that dismissal. Atapatu going for it, but to me he was looking just to paddle it. Wasn't committed to the full hook shot. Left everything else alone. Top edges it. No, Trescothick barely has to move. I think he's pleased, Dominic Cork. Why wouldn't you?
Arnold goes for the pull. He's not middled it as quite as he would have liked, but it's got enough on it to go for 4.
That really is an indication of the type of pitch we're playing on. Very slow, that ball. Arnold wasn't really in position. He pulled it from outside off stump, but all the same got enough bat to let it carry to the boundary. So that's sort of a good start for Sri Lanka. Arnold taking it from way over his head into the empty spaces on the onside.
That's clipped away off his hip quite nicely as well. It'll run away down the hill. Caddick's chasing, but he's not going to get there. Successive boundaries then for Russell Arnold, and Sri Lanka off to a flying start after lunch.
Much better control by Arnold that time. Clipped it off his hips, and again those deft, supple wrists enabling the ball to race through. It's a timing and placement. So Sri Lanka set.
It's in the air, but it's flashed past gully and point for 4.
That's a cracking shot by Russell Arnold, once again showing that the Sri Lankans are intent on punishing, which is anything that is short and wide, severely dealt with. The slip cordon just waiting and watching, and really not coming their way.
Well, it's in the air, but goes safely. Michael Vaughan, the man chasing in vain, was in the air. It's a little bit loose outside that stump, but that's the way it's going for England.
It's in the air a long time too. Cries of catch it from the England fielders. Just plays away from his body, and the ball comes off a thick outside edge, agonisingly in the gap. Plenty to ponder for England as Sri Lanka continue just to pile the runs up. Nasser Hussain just precisely setting.
It's up and over. Short and wide. The width allowed Arnold to play the shot. He played it well.
Climbs into width. Mentioned in defence how straight he is, but this is all he needs, just a modicum of width. Just a flash of the blade here. Whack. England fielders just stand and watch.
It's one of those when you're at gully, you're pleased it's gone 2 yards either side of you. Did it straight, you can't get out the way of it.
Michael Vaughan can only parry that. It's on its way down to that tavern stand boundary. So the run's still flowing.
Well, they will.
That's an unusual signal for 4, isn't it?
She's impressed. Vaughan nearly got that. Just kicked on bouncing. To the delight of that Sri Lankan supporter. Got up slowly. That's been dispatched with disdain through mid-wicket for 4. That is a good shot.
Well, he's held back a lot in this innings, Aravinda de Silva. He's not looked to play the shots like that, but I remember him playing many a shot like this in the past. It was just the feeling that he felt that Andy Caddick would try again to get one up round about shoulder height in this over, having seen him fen one, push one out from the offside beforehand. He's hit it right out the meat. Straight back down the ground. A little bit of bottom hands came into that shot. Seven boundaries now for Russell Arnold. He's not one to miss an opportunity.
Didn't time this as he would have liked. It's a bit inside edgish, but it's gone whistling back past the bowler. Plenty of power in the shot. Kept Hussain interested all the way to the rope.
On his first Test appearance at Lord's, Russell Arnold gets up to 50. Painstaking innings, taking him a while. 86 balls, 7 fours. Hasn't had a great success rate against England, just one out of 50 before.
100 as well.
That'll be 4 more. So quickly picked up by de Silva, he saw the length of that ball. 12 fours now for Aravinda.
Well, this is that milking aspect. Vaughan into the attack, and he's not threatening Sri Lanka, so they just knock him away for the odd single, and then just up the tempo with a struck boundary, this time down.
But some memorable boundaries. They peppered him with short stuff when he first came in. Beautifully timed off the legs. Flintoff straying in length outside off stump. Caddick doing the same thing.
Something very significant there, that all the boundaries scored by Russell Arnold, all off the back foot.
Oh, that's flown down to third man, and a comfortable catch. Trescothick takes another one. Well, they're not coming in an orthodox manner, but England will settle for that. Perhaps just lapse in concentration, having got to his 50. Russell Arnold departs. Hard-earned wicket for Matthew Hoggard. 492 for 5 now.
Well, England just chipping away. Forget a first slip, get a third man on. It's that back foot shot again. The ball scythes away down to the safe hands. Marcus Trescothick takes another catch down there with a smile. End of Russell Arnold. He's gone for 50. 492 for 5. Another double centurion comes to the crease. This is the end of Russell Arnold. Flashes hard, but he gets the ball high. Straight to Trescothick at third man. It's another success for Matthew Hoggard. 2 for 136 for him.
3 catches for Marcus Trescothick. The finger, and out goes Aravinda de Silva, and for the second time the short ball has worked for Dominic Cork. Stewart takes the catch down the leg side. Aravinda de Silva misses out on another test 100 by just 12 runs. 492 for 6.
Well, it's that short ball from Dominic Cork, and he'd be wary about the deep backward square and the deep fine leg. Threatens to play the shot, but he just gets a nudge, a little bit of a glove on that. The ball sails through to Stewart. It's a success for Dominic Cork. He's got 2 for 82, and 2 wickets quickly for England. And that's a big one. De Silva for 88, 492 for 6. End of Aravinda de Silva. It's a short ball, and it slides down the leg side. He tries to get his hands out of the way. There's Cork's reaction. Just a little glove down the leg side. He will put the work in, this lad. The saying can turn to him, and he'll put the spells in.
Expecting the ball to rear up a bit quicker than that. The end of Aravinda.
Chaminda Vass.
Through extra cover, it's going up the hill. Vaughan chasing, but he won't get there.
Well, perfectly played once again. Full face of the bat and hitting through the line. It's not an easy delivery to play that shot too. But again, showing how true this pitch is. That elbow's nicely forward. The ball just having enough legs to get to the boundary.
44 overall, and that's the sort of shot that he really loves to play. That brings up the 500 in some style.
Oh, super shot. That's proper through the covers. Just racing down the hill. So the Sri Lankans getting to their mark of 500. But just look at that balance. Elbow high and the weight nicely in front. That speeds through.
Gone. That's good bowling from Court. He's pegged away on and around off stump. Trescothick takes the catch in the gully, and it's the end of Vas. Good bowling from Court.
An excellent delivery, just on the line. Vas sparring at that. An equally good catch by Trescothick. Type of catch that really sticks. See, it went firmly to him, and very cleverly taken.
Trescothick's fourth catch of the innings. So Vas goes for 6, and Sri Lanka 7 down now for 505.
Must be harbouring thoughts of finishing off with the Sri Lankan batting sooner rather than later. There you are. Vas really had to play at that delivery, and the catch itself was as good as the delivery.
Going for the Yorker, it's full, and it's going to rattle away for 4 down to the vacant third-man area. So Zoysa gets a gift and takes it.
Useful runs to start off with, and Nuwan Soysa, he's a green operator with the bat, Nuwan Soysa, and just puts that away using the pace of the ball. See that Dominic Cork rather exasperated about that delivery, very unhappy with himself.
That's the best way for him to play. That's up in the air and over John Crawley at deep backward square leg. He was put out there specifically for the purpose of catching Zoysa if he played a lofted pull. He's done that, and it's gone over Crawley's head.
Yes, the trap was set. Zoysa took the bait, but Crawley just a few paces out of place.
He's a long way in from the boundary there, and the ball has lobbed over his head and gone for 4. I'm not sure if I was bowler or captain, I'd be particularly launched into that. That's gone way in front of square, and it's gone many a mile into the stand. First 6 of the match.
Oh, terrific shot by Nuwan Soysa, bludgeoned that away over mid-wicket for 6. Certainly not the type of shot expected of someone in the tail, and going to show how slow this track is. But Soysa, he was well into position, and that ball hit the meat of the bat.
Oh, he's just looking at it over his shoulder, isn't he? He knows. Look at that. Yes, thank you very much. Trying to be really nonchalant about it, but he had to keep watching. Gone again. Crawley's under it, but it's another 6. Successive 6s for Zoysa. It's impressive batting from the number 9. It's 5:26 for 7.
maybe a little extra pace compared to Matthew Hoggard.
He gets bounced from a different length, doesn't he? Flintoff. It's bigger at the crease. I think he doesn't have to bang it in quite so far down the wicket. And he will be on to Zoysa a little bit quicker, as he's just found out. I think that might well have just clipped the helmet. He needs a new grill. I'm sure he can. He's not on strike.
Yeah. Well, he'll be very thankful for it too.
Stewart's just suggesting that he carries the helmet, then get on with the over and change at the end or when he comes on to strike. Makes sense.
Well, it's fair enough. I mean, the over eight's not been brisk overall throughout the innings.
Today than yesterday. There's a noise there, and Zoysa gives the game away and starts to walk off. Just turns around to see Darrell Harper's finger go up. So the 8th wicket eventually goes down. 5:40 for 8, Sri Lanka. Zoysa gone for 28.
Well, the effort is still there, particularly from Flintoff with the ball. Charging in. Zoysa's played well. He fancies that flick over the leg side again. It's just a feather on the glove. Hear the noise. Easy catch for Alex Stewart. They're never easy, but that's stuck in there. Zoysa's walked off. He's played well for his 28. 5:40 for 8.
Second catch that's been taken down the leg side.
Used to call that a bit of a strangle down the leg side. Bags of effort there from Flintoff. Yeah, Bob Willis says that the direction's not always there, but you can't fault.
And over, presumably. Runs here. It'll just fly away down to fine leg. And it's off the inside edge.
Well, it was inside edge and then onto thigh pad, I think, but it raced away. The game's just going nowhere. I'm not really quite sure the tactics here of Sri Lanka. If they're going to do something, they need to do it, I feel, with a bit of urgency. There was a signal we just spotted from the...
Kept down pretty comfortably. It's 5:55 for 8, and that's the declaration. Captain says, come in. We've had enough. Nice round number to declare on.
Plenty for the England openers to think about. We'll race off the ground when it sells ready. Stewart just congratulating the bowlers who've stuck to the task. Hoggard and Flintoff and Carrick on the cork.
It's got to be pretty close. There's just a shake of the head from umpire Venkatragavan.
Another very good delivery from Zoysa. Trescothick attempted to whip it on the onside. That's really going to be the problem. He needs to try and play as straight as possible earlier on, with the ball moving around.
Well, it's close to the line of leg stump. Maybe not swinging back in
Series.
That's through extra cover emphatically. First boundary of the innings. Now, this sort of pace, of course, is obliged to keep the ball fairly well pitched up and to see if he can get it to swing. So there's no real margin for error. We've seen that the last couple of days.
Excellent shot by Trescothick. Once again, timing of the essence. And the placement, very precise, right into the gap. The Sri Lankans need to try and get the ball in the right places. Can't afford to go too many half volleys because the English batsmen are looking positive.
Well, he sliced that away this time. The first shot might have been convincing. That one not quite so. The result is the same though.
Yes, Prescott, no doubt, would settle for the 4 runs. It's always useful to have runs in the short space of time and go unbeaten into the evening. It's a nice upright seam, Noan Soiza, and that really accounted for that little bit of movement as well. But I could see the dust coming off, the puffs of dust. And that really isn't great news.
That's out, that's nicely taken. It's the captain, Jayasuriya at first slip, who has taken the catch that brings Zoysa the first wicket of this England innings. Just what Sri Lanka wanted, and these tactics seem to be paying off. It's just Kothik who's on his way.
Big wicket for Sri Lanka. Kothik's batsmen, they've always found difficult to get out. And the left hand, a very good catch, low down by Jayasuriya. Sri Lankans no doubt must be delighted.
Well, he's back in the game again, Sanat Jayasuriya. Kothik on his way, ruefully for 13. It's 17 for 1.
Kothik went, as you say, just sparring at the delivery, a bit of a nothing shot, and the ball kicked the outside edge. Noan Soiza has got the knack of picking up these wickets earlier on, particularly with the new ball, exploiting it to the maximum.
It's just that line, isn't it, which it can get anyone early on. Well, it's just carried. And Jayasuriya will be happy with that for several reasons. His captain will be happy with it. Good running. Mark Butcher very good at this, looking for those singles on the offside. It's good, sensible cricket from him.
At a stage like this, one needs those singles. It's the singles that add on, and it also enables you to keep the strike rotated. And
say that it's not too bright out there. It's not dangerous either. Just have a check on the light meters, Venkat.
The umpires are together again discussing the quality of the light. Venkat seems more concerned about it than Daryl Harper. Venkat's going down to have a look at the end where Vaughan was just facing. Soiz is going to come out of the attack. Jayasuriya wants to use Chaminda Vas. Michael Vaughan looking anxiously on. It's still okay, say the umpires.
To go, the umpires will confer again. Looked often at the light meters. Umpires Harper and Venkat confer. England batters will be watching this. Will they have to play these last 6 deliveries? What do you think? On or off? Aravinda de Silva's having his 2 minutes. 2 Pennyworth. Yet another look. Mark Butcher has a word.
Well, eventually the batsmen are offered the light and off they go. Deep sigh of relief for Mark Butcher. He is not out overnight on 7. Michael Vaughan is on 4. England in reply to Sri Lanka's massive 555 for 8, 27 for 1 at the end of the second day.
Tucked away by Vaughan. That'll go up the hill. And it will go for 4. Creeping its way over the boundary rope. And it's Vaughan's first boundary.
It's early days, but there's no swing as yet, with the ball just angled in towards leg stump. And there's that easy pace again. The ball comes on pleasantly into the middle of the bat. Vaughan.
Oh, that's good bowling. Good bowling. It's just clipped the pad, I think, on the way through to the keeper. Good full length, little bit of late swing. And it's squeezed through between bat and pad.
That's a near perfect left armer's delivery. He hits the front pad. The ball pitches and comes back towards the pad. He's going hard at the ball. Pushes hard at this.
Driving at balls that aren't really there to be driven. This is swinging back late. The point of contact is just outside the line of off stump, but look at Vaughan's stroke there. May just have come back enough to hit the stumps, but the point of contact is outside off stump, so can't be given out. Runs for Butcher. 4. The run away down the hill. Nice timing.
It is good timing. A very risky shot from Mark Butcher as he lets the ball come right into his body. Not too much wrong with the delivery from Fernando. It's just a really good shot from Butcher, is this? Just lets the ball come there and punches it through mid-wicket.
Edged. What a good catch that is. What a really good catch from Jayawardene. Diving to his right, took it high. It came quickly to him. Butcher nibbled at it outside the off stump. And Fernando has got the wicket this morning.
Said it was a tricky period, and that's what can happen. There's a little bit of bounce there. The ball angled across Mark Butcher. We've talked about the slips. The one thing that it can do is catch. There's the edge, there's the nick. It's a good catch, is this. Jayawardene to his right. The ball's flying. Just what they wanted, Sri Lanka. Don't underestimate these bowlers. It's 1 for Fernando. England are in a little bit of trouble. Mark Butcher's gone for 17. It's 43 for 2.
Here's the wicket.
Presents the scene very well, Fernando, and it's a good catch. Just playing away from his body there, Mark Butcher. Uncertain as to whether to play or not to play, but it's a good catch. Jayawardene going to his right. The ball flew, didn't it?
It went through quickly. I'm talking about the slip cordon, and it's configured flat here at third slip. Maybe a bit of a gap between him and Arnold at second, but that is beautiful take. 2 hands going to his right. Nothing flashy. Very secure. This is the catch at full speed. Snappy. And very lively.
Yeah, I said don't underestimate.
And, as it happened,
Might butcher a look at it.
That's a very pleasant stroke. We saw a lot of straight back shots from the Sri Lankan batsman. Michael Vaughan has learnt something from them. That's the way to play.
Certainly taking a cue from the Sri Lankans. A straight shot bat, particularly under these conditions, is what is going to succeed. The timing too excellent, and waiting for the ball to come into him and hitting it straight back past the bowler. Quicker bowlers certainly don't like that. Nice high elbow.
That's pretty straight, but Venkat says no. 53 for 2. The umpires have been reluctant to give LBW decisions. There have been some close calls. Well, that's a good shout indeed. I don't think that's hit him outside. There's no third man. It's run away for 4. Hussein's first boundary. England on to 57 for 2.
That was definitely put away, just coming down on it, just with soft hands and giving it guidance through that vacant area between slip and gully. Played a lot of intention.
Some would say that wasn't a controlled shot, but it's a favourite of Hussein's. Another legacy from one-day cricket. There's that extra cover shot, and that's going to be another boundary for Nasser Hussain. Takes him into double figures.
Oh, gloriously played there by Hussain. Just leaning into it. And nothing very much one could do with that type of delivery. And the placement again, very precise. It's a beautiful flow and producing 4 runs.
Whipped away behind square, that'll be 4 more. Fernando put to the sword.
There's some sort of indiscipline setting in. Fernando straying on that occasion. And Hussain seems to be in fine touch.
Hussain just signalling to the dressing room for some tape for his precious bat. Moves in front of Michael Vaughan now with that flurry of boundaries.
Non-familiarity with that particular line, that's the key. Hasn't been a third man at any stage during this innings yet. Sri Lanka have been very keen to attack, to keep the switch fielders in. So anything that finds its way through with any sort of pace is for.
Bounce, gained good line. Played quite deliberately though, angled bat. Just using the pace on the ball.
Good delivery. That's the right sort of length, and it had movement too. He does keep the seam upright, and he's given it every chance when he's pitched it on that length to move off the seam.
Well, seam's in perfect position. I think if anything, it was for him for pace. I think Nasser Hussain was maybe expecting another shorter delivery. But that's, I think, he's just a little late.
Sweet shot. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Magnificent timing. We saw plenty of that mammoth innings of the Sri Lankans. But this is just creamed through the covers, but look how effortless it's up there. He just waits for it. Bang, out the middle of the bat. Just timing. No power, just timed.
Well, he's going to have to be the Atapatu of this England lineup. That one he has hit well. That one was more in the slot. Fifth boundary of the innings for Michael Vaughan. And no mistakes. That was easily and well played.
This is much shorter, banged in. Onto that one much quicker. That was more the length and the shot he was attempting earlier in the over. Nothing wrong with that execution. So he rolls the wrists over it. Good shot.
Good shot. Beautifully played, firmly played. Whatever the distraction from the ball before, he didn't let it affect him the next delivery. That's perfect.
Overpitched. No margin of error on wickets like this, not at this pace. To keep your line and length. As soon as you go into the driving slot, what you can do is go and fetch it back from the ropes. Oh dear, that wasn't quite right.
Well, Hussain seems to have developed a habit this morning. If he hits one boundary, another one follows pretty quickly. 2 in the over now, just to finish off that over. First over of the day from Pereira. It's 90 for 2.
Well, it's short and wide. And that's quite often the reaction from a bowler who's been driven down the ground the ball before, doesn't want to pitch it up, drags it down and gets cut away through the offside.
Good shot, no extra cover. This will gather pace down the hill. It's beautifully placed by Vaughan. Wonderfully well timed stroke through the offside. That'll please the chairman.
Certainly would. I think the England batting has shown that they've got the material, and they've never been afraid to punish the loose one.
Going to be 4 more. What a good stroke that is. It's a carbon copy replay for Michael Vaughan. 2 stunning boundaries through extra cover in the over, and it brings up the 100 for England.
The timing again was absolutely perfect here. Ball in the slot and playing through the line. But the Sri Lankans just not having cover in that area. The inevitable 4 runs.
That's going to go for 4. That's a beautiful piece of timing. Nothing more than a push from Nasser Hussain. No wonder he can afford a grin.
So England continue to deal in boundaries. Just caressing that one through that offside field. So with the soft ball, the Sri Lankan bowlers also not able to get that bounce that they got earlier on with the harder ball. So this would give Hussain the
Ball of the over. There was a little bit of width in the delivery, and the ball wasn't really there to be driven. But it was superbly. Pulled away and bisected deep square and deep fine leg, and it's rattled into the stand for 4.
That was cracked away. I'm sure this crowd would certainly get their money's worth with shots like that. Rolled his wrists over and kept it along the ground. Had it under complete control. Short and swiveling those hips around and getting it right into the gap.
Square cut in the air, but safe 4 more. 3rd boundary of the over. 12 off it. 114 for 2.
So the boundaries continue to come at a hectic pace, a flurry of them. And Hussain really extending himself there. Not much room, but all the same with no insurance down at 3rd man. Once you get through that slip cordon, there's always going to be runs.
Flicked away. I think there was bat on that. We'll soon find out. Certainly was. 4 more to Vaughan. That's his highest score at Lord's in his 3rd Test match. Previously 41. He's now on to 44.
Rochera once again straying, this time on the one side, and once you get a little bit of bat on that, always in business. Ball just running down into those empty spaces.
Sangakkara with a despairing dive down the leg side. 45. 8 fours. Some wonderful drives through the offside. Not shy of pulling the short ball either. Gate going forward into the ball. Hit that extra cover slot on more than one occasion.
Well, Hussain's launched himself into that. You saw that half volley coming a long way off. He's tucked into that.
Well, Hussain himself and Duncan Fletcher and the England team will be well pleased with the way that this innings is shaping. Sri Lanka scored 5-5-5 for 8. And there are tricky situations. It was a tricky situation last evening. But with shots like that, Nasser Hussain will be well...
Pulled away by Hussain. He's enjoyed that one as well. England spent a long time in the field, 169 overs. They want to get their own back now.
It's a good lead from the skipper. Jayasuriya with the problems. Nasser Hussain had plenty in the first 2 days. Now it's England's turn to bat. Still a very good pitch and totally different conditions. Bob Willis mentioning you need a full wardrobe. It's bitterly cold out there today. First 2 days were very warm.
.50 for the England captain. He will have enjoyed that. Long haul in the field, plenty of criticism about England's bowling and fielding. But it's a flat batting pitch. And Hussain has some good early season form.
He'll be well pleased with the way that he's played this morning, Nasser Hussain.
Well, Sangakkara has no chance there. Wide down the offside from Fernando, and now a very wide one down the leg side from Zoysa. Wide was signalled by umpire Venkatragavan. So that'll be 5 wides.
Just have a look at all the shots that he's played. He's been on the attack. Got 10 fours all around the wicket. When he's playing well, he gets his body weight, his upper body, into the shot. Square of the wicket on the offside. That's a cracker. That's when he's playing well, Hussain, when he gets his body into the shot.
Number 8. That's the 100 partnership. It's also another boundary to Nasser Hussain.
No third man. He will play with an open face, Nasser Hussain. He quite naturally opens the face of the bat on the drive. I think this is a controlled shot. Yeah, very much so, that he plays the ball down. He's prompted a change in the field. There will...
As is, eventually he goes for it. He's been probing away outside that off stump. We're just saying that he's working a line, he's working it well. Nasser Hussain goes for it. Edges it. Sangakkara does the rest.
Oh, clever bit of bowling there by Nuwan Soiza. Had Hussain just leaving deliveries a little wide away, but this one just on line. Hussain tempted into the shot, and a very good catch by Sangakkara.
Well taken. He didn't actually have to go for that. He's been leaving those. It was wide. It's a victory for the bowler. Nuwan Soiza picks up his second wicket. Well, I think he's enjoying it. Nasser Hussain departs. He's gone for 57. It's 149 for 3. He's been probing away outside the off stump. Nasser Hussain will be annoyed with himself here. Doesn't have to play at this. It's quite wide. Good catch though. Sangakkara going across, taking it. I always believe the keeper's got the gloves if he thinks he can get it. He should take it.
It was in fact a good delivery. We were talking about choice of shots, but the ball...
Nicely played, over-pitched on around leg stump. He hasn't got quite out the middle of the bat. And he'll get 3 at least for it. And that brings his 50 up. His first at Lord's. So, a big moment for Michael Vaughan. Really hoping the first of many.
Well made half century by Michael Vaughan. Playing the role he's been assigned to with the bomb. He's so well on the onside. Certainly would be looking to try and convert this into a bigger score. Made 8 boundaries and shown a great deal of patience.
Vaughan just played some nice shots, using the pace of the ball quite often, timing it well. No third man, and let it run down there. That was beautiful. That was excellent timing. Got short and pulled away. Driven again, just like that area. And big moment for Michael Vaughan. Well, that's edge, but it's gone down and it'll go to the boundary. No chance for the slip fielders. One of those nasty ones that bounce about 2 or 3 feet in front of you. 4 more to the England total.
No cover there at third man, and Graham Thorpe drops his hand on the delivery and just runs it down. So once it beats the slip cordon, there's always runs for the batsman.
Hit that very well. Just 10 yards or so to the right of the fielder at deep square leg.
Well, Zoyes is the double wicket taker for Sri Lanka. He's banged this in short, and Thorpe has so much time to just get on the back foot, swivel and pull the ball away in front of square. It's a shot of real class from Graham Thorpe.
There's a bonus for England. Pitched and almost rolled, and certainly got past the gloves or through the legs of both of Sangakkara. Ball buys.
Yes, this ball died on pitching, bounced well in front of Sangakkara. Should have made a better effort really to stop that.
Well, yes, I mean the orthodox approach is to become a cover fielder and put a long barrier down behind the gloves. And it's pretty close. Daryl Harper this time considers his verdict. Now that was a concerted appeal. The previous one, the one we've been discussing, was the bowler an afterthought. This time Taminda Vas was right in there. The smile says, I know that was close, you know that was close. I'd love to see a replay.
Well, it was close, and Thorpe's not committed front or back here. That's what gets him in trouble. Is there an inside edge on it? There may just have been a flicker of an inside edge on that. If there wasn't, he was in all sorts of trouble, I think. Hawkeye says hitting the stumps, and I think it was, but I think there was just a flick.
Gone very quickly, quite fine. It's reached the boundary.
Nicely flicked away by Graham Thorpe. Little leg balance. Ball got all it deserved. It was going down the leg side, and Naravinda, well, I suppose it's an effort to stop it. He's not as young as he was. He's thinner than he was, though.
That's a beautiful cricket stroke. Nasser Hussain played one in the morning session. I think that was even better from Michael Vaughan. The 200's up for England, 202 for 3.
50 partnership as well. It's as good as it gets, is this. Just a glance there at the big screen, Michael Vaughan. He enjoyed this shot. Creams it through extra cover.
Not controlled. Oh, collision time, but Zoysa hangs on. Vaughan can't believe he's done that. He was lucky that Nuwan Zoysa was head and shoulders above the other fielder, Fernando. So that ploy works again, David.
Well, does he want to play? There's the bouncer. There are two fielders. Deep fine leg and deep backward square leg. Now, do you want to play? Because he will ask the question. Bang the ball in short. This is on collision course here. It's Zoysa who gets there first. Where have you come from? It looks as if he's just fallen out of his pocket. But that's the end of Michael Vaughan. 64 for him, 203 for 4 England.
Shout and out, 2 wickets and 2 balls. How swiftly a cricket match can change. 203 for 3, 1 minute, 203 for 5 now. Thorpe troops off after Vaughan. 2 wickets and 2 balls for Pereira.
It's a double whammy. Game on, as they say. Graham Thorpe, best player. Caught in front, a glance back, it's a ball of full length from Pereira. Pitch is absolutely right, he's moved nowhere. Absolutely stone dead middle stump. What a terrific couple of deliveries that is by Pereira. Hawkeye, not needed, that's absolutely plumb. Graham Thorpe, 27. This game is changing. England 203 for 5. Yet.
Venkat in no doubt about that. And Nuanzoiza making his presence felt in that little battle with Fernando for the catch. This time Stewart's got forward and probably outside the line as well. But the Sri Lankans are in good voice.
I think just this dismissal, potential dismissal, it's not a dismissal, it's an appeal. Just this appeal would tell you what they're looking for. They're looking for LBW. Skyline's in, it's a ball of full length. Now Stewart gets outside the line. He's playing at the ball, but he gets his front foot outside the line of the stumps.
Well, I don't think Pereira's going to endear himself to Venkat with these ridiculous appeals. 54 overs bowled, 209 for 5.
Well, they're not out, but it's what they're looking for. Venkat didn't like the appeal, and he still doesn't. He's told the bowler and he's told the captain what the warning is, and a little wink from Venkat as well. Skyline's in, forget that for a second. It's what they're looking for. LBWs, the ball pitches, just comes back, but he's outside the line again.
Venkat quite within his rights to have a word with the bowler. Those ridiculous appeals. Umpires have been told to crack down on poor behaviour on the pitch. It's excellent umpiring from the veteran Indian.
Have to hurry here. Oh, gone. Gone by yards and yards and yards. What a poor run that was. Well, Stewart, I don't think he was backing up quite as far as he should have been, but what was Crawley doing? He just pushed it straight to extra cover. Chandana, the fielder, and Stewart was out by miles.
Oh, this is suicidal. You just cannot take chances with Upul Chandana. Just pick Upul Chandana and he doesn't miss many. There you are, just bullseye's throw. And Stewart run out by yards.
Stewart's gone for 7. England 2-1-4 for 6. For 3 years, this is the run out. It's just a push, and Stewart was starting to motor, and he's still 3 paces out when the ball hits the stumps. What a waste.
Yes, one really cannot understand the indecent hurry there for that single, and that. Away on that off stump.
Flintoff off the mark, flamboyantly with 4 through, extra cover off the back foot. That's a good start.
Oh, that shot had a touch of class. Just got behind the line and played it with great power. Need a lot of energy to something like that, but Flintoff's a big man. Ball just races through.
through mid-wicket. That's timed wonderfully well. Oh, what a good shot that was.
It was a great shot. There was 4 written all over it from the time it left the bat, whipped away. Plenty of power. It certainly packs a punch. Oh, hit it with great power.
Hit with a lot of control and kept on the ground.
The highest level for a long time.
Gone for that and connected well. John Crawley gets his first boundary.
Oh, he's had no problem with that. That's caressed beautifully through the offside. And that would really give him the confidence which he would need to try and take England on. So perfectly timed. And the placement too superb.
Hit that on length. It was full. That's a good shot. That's Andrew Flintoff at his best. He's started really well here, and an hour of Flintoff could just calm England's nerves.
Oh, great shot by Flintoff. What better way to treat a fast bowler? Just hammering it past him. And there's no chance whatsoever of stopping that. That races to the boundary. Just look at the power behind it.
Gone now. Just the thin edge and Flintoff's gone. It was a poor stroke from Flintoff, a flat-footed drive, and Sangakkara snapped up a simple catch. It was just a thin edge, and Fernando has struck again.
This is what this young Fernando could do, produce that ball which really is a little bit more special than the one previously. Again, a little bit of movement, and a poor shot by Flintoff. Feet nowhere in position, and just sparring at that. A simple catch to Sangakkara. So another big wicket for Sri Lanka. Flintoff goes for 12. England 237 for 7.
Dominic Cork strides out to the middle. 35 matches for Dominic. Better than that with the bat. That was the end of Flintoff. A thin edge through to Sangakkara. It's a good ball. A little bit of extra pace. Just a fraction of movement, but not a good stroke from Flintoff. Flat-footed, stuck in the crease and hanging the bat out.
and that coming from this young man as well. Still just out of his teens.
Gone again. Gone again. Another wicket for Fernando, caught behind. And Sri Lanka right on top. England in the mire as Cork goes second ball for naught.
Another exceptional delivery from Charita Buddhika Fernando. Good shape there, but Cork, his front foot nowhere in position, and the outside edge to give Sangakkara his third catch, a simple one. And Sanath Jayasuriya, isn't he delighted? This is good stuff by the Sri Lankans. So Cork goes without bothering the scorers. England 237 for 8.
Andrew Caddick is the new batsman. There's a procession.
At least the sun's out from their point of view. Here's Fernando. Crawley goes after that, and he's got 4 for it. Not a particularly elegant shot, but stuck there with numbers 10 and 11. He's got to get some runs on the board. That's reduced the deficit to exactly 300.
Well, these are the balls you can chase after, aren't they? They're short and wide. Throw everything at it. You do edge it as you did there, it tends to fly. 4 valuable runs. I have to say though, Bob, I'm not quite sure how England have got themselves into this situation.
That's a good shot from Crawley. It's going to beat Stoizer to the boundary. Very good piece of timing. This might help Crawley in a way in. He's got to play shots really, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's in a... well, he's down with the tail. Caddick out there, and he's got Hogarth to come. So he's really got to try and take the odd chance, a calculated chance. Give it away, but be positive.
Well timed, and it's away for 4. Quite close to the wide mid-off. This time Stoizer couldn't take the catch. A very, very poor shot from Andrew Caddick. Another good catch by Sangakkara. England teetering on the brink here. 267 for 9, 288 runs behind.
Sangakkara taking the catch, no real problems there. It was wide. Just went wider. He saw it all the way. And Caddick's gone 13. It's 267 for 9.
Through Caddick's poor shot selection. Doesn't get his foot anywhere near to the pitch of the ball. It's a glorious shot. No need to think about singles if he can hit the ball that well. 4-4 to John Crawley. He moves on to 30.
Well, the crowd won't mind him not taking that single now. That is a lovely shot. It's not a particularly good delivery. I'm sure the Sri Lankan captain will not be over-impressed with it. Wide and full, but it's got to be put away. And Crawley, all these runs are valuable.
Two balls left in the over, so
I'd like to call that against a young bowler, but something...
that'll do. Crawley is the last man out. 5 catches for Kumar Sangakkara. England bowled out for a humiliating 275 on a flat batting pitch. They concede a first innings deficit of 280 runs. Crawley looking to score again. Left with the tail. He's made 31, but England all out.
Well, you can't blame John Crawley so much at that stage. Sangakkara, though, taking his 5th catch. It's something that the England dressing room want to have a look at. 5 caught behind. A good performance from the bowlers. England trail by 280. A lot of work to be done.
Just the 1 wicket for Chaminda Vas. Zoy's have picked up 2. Fernando 3 and Pereira 3. Disappointment for the England supporters, but
wicket with the slope at Lord's in his favour. In the bowler's favour, that is. And this one's in Triscoffic's favour. Tucked away nicely. It's a long way up the hill there. It's still 4 runs. And that's the way he bats. If he's beaten, He has a good delivery, bowled it in first. Well, if the opportunity is there straight after, and he's very good at putting away the ball to the boundary.
Trescothick is always going to be a threat to the Sri Lankans. He's batted well against them, and that's whipped very well.
Skewed away safely, and up the hill again for 4. Asipasa is the man who went full length in the gully. Still there.
Punched into that and really waited on it a bit, just eluding the diving hands of Atapattu.
Well, there's an echo here of what happened in the first innings.
The man, one of the Sri Lankan substitutes, were outside the line.
That's a good shot. That's 4. And Surinder Vas not very happy with himself at all. Just when you've got someone struggling a wee bit, and Trescothick is struggling, just when the ball is on the right line round about off stump, the last thing you want to do is offer him something that's going to help him boost his confidence and get him runs on the board.
So I'm sure he must have been annoyed with himself, Surinder Vas. He's a perfectionist, and he certainly wouldn't want.
Fine shot, beautifully played. Well, that was nigh on perfect.
Superb shot there by Vaughan. Once again making use of the half volley and hammering it away.
Well, beautifully timed. This has been the feature of the day, hasn't it? Reminds me of the start of the day where Vaughan and Hussain especially were able to pick up the boundaries, it seemed, at quite regular intervals. They were flowing quite nicely. Again, it suggests to me that the pitch is playing all right. But if you're looking for any reasons for England to be bowled out for 275, it lies more with the batsman than with...
Should have plenty of padding there, though.
Nice shot through extra cover. Don't bother running for that. That's 4.
Beautiful shot. And pitched, driven away. So one of the problems as well for the Sri Lankan bowlers, they've had no respite. They've all bowled quite a few overs, so it's going to be a big effort for them now. And what they don't want to do is let England get cruised to 70 or 80 without loss.
Oh, that'll restore a bit of England's shattered confidence, that's for sure, if they get up to... Oh, good shot. It's through extra cover for 4 more. It's Vaughan's 3rd boundary.
And the bowler's got a few things on his mind. He's running down the wicket, which he's had 2 warnings in the first innings for. So he's got his mind on that. Serves up a juicy half volley. To me, he's also very close to being down the middle of the wicket again. I'm not sure how much longer Venkat will stand for this.
Pereira to Trescothick. There's no 3rd man. The 50 comes up for England. Trescothick's 5th boundary 4.
Gets on top of the ball here. Takes it at the height of its bounce. This is Trescothick in form. Just lets the ball come all the way into him. More third man attacking field. Field changing now, just after. And Venkat. Still a decent crowd in. It's been a good day's cricket from Sri Lanka's point of view. Just take a reading now from the other end, from the pavilion end, looking back to the nursery. Good to take this reading because from where they stood now is from where Pereira delivers. Get a reading of the background. There's the decision. They've offered the light, the batsmen are leaving.
Disappointment for Pereira and the rest of the Sri Lankans. But the umpires have decided that the light is no longer fit for play.
Under these dry conditions, the ball's not going to move as much.
That's away square behind point. A very pleasing start for Michael Vaughan indeed. Shows there are plenty of runs still left in this pitch.
A great shot indeed, and a fine way to start. Certainly what England would be looking to get runs as well, but occupation of the crease as important. Square of the wicket, and the timing very good.
There should be 3 more at least here. In fact, that's going to run all the way for 4. 5 boundaries for Michael Vaughan, starting in a very positive fashion indeed.
Certainly is. I think this is what England needs. Runs, but one needs to also concentrate on choice of shots. Again, perfectly placed between the gap of that short extra. And
Vaughan gets his own back. What an over this is. Drop catch and 3 boundary 4s.
it's indication of things to come probably. Vaughan certainly looking extremely positive. Not at all afraid to, and here you are. This is the life that Vaughan had the previous delivery. A regulation catch, and Sanat Jayasuriya would have caught that 9 times out of 10.
Here at Lord's. That's edged. And Jayasuriya's put it down again. Well, there are 2 questions to be asked here. Is there something wrong with Vaughan's technique against these left-armers? Why does he keep giving these edges? And why on earth does Jayasuriya keep dropping them?
Jayasuriya just can't believe that. I mean, that was straightforward into his hands and butterfingered again. It's excellent delivery, but Vaughan just sparring at that, not letting the ball to come into him. And Jayasuriya too making the mistake. So it's not a great morning for Sri Lanka.
Was bowling left arm over to them. That's a good shot, much more positive, and that's the place to hit the ball through straight mid-off. None of this through extra cover, and that really is a good shot.
Yeah, the point is it's straight down the ground. The top hand stays in control. When he starts playing it mid-wicket edge to cover, it tends to be because that bottom hand takes over. That's lovely. Straight down the ground.
It's not only the area that he should look to attack, it's the area he should look to defend the ball as well. That's where his defensive push should go.
At the pavilion end.
Big appeal, not out. There might have been a bit of bat in there as well.
There certainly appeared to be two noises, and I didn't swing, so it could well be going some way down the leg side.
Was a pat on the back from the bowler to the keeper. You usually reserve that to the umpire, rather. You usually reserve that when he's given a decision in your favour.
Well, it's going down. It's a good decision. First ball swung, that one didn't.
A new bowler at the pavilion end. First ball dispatched summarily. Marcus Trescothick almost waiting for that.
Nice loosener for the batter. Short, wide, 4. And passed on to the match referee.
Great shot. My word, that's going quickly to that boundary, straight down the ground in front of the pavilion. Trescothick back in form with 50 here for England. Now it's the first time he's reached that mark here at Lord's.
Going well, England. Going well, Trescothick. Really is such a good shot to bring up a personal milestone. Straight drive, just to the onside. Full face of the bat. Need to play very well here, England, in this second innings. Not done themselves any favours in the...
Right, round one. That's 4. That's the other side of the story. If your left foot is across in front of off stump, it hasn't got that much further to go to get in position to play this sort of shot. Looks good.
There's a cry of catch it too from the bowler. It's in the air for some time. Just a touch fuller. Ooh, it is in the air. Just backward of square on the offside. The ball races down the hill to the tavern stand for 4. Gets in a good position there, but he catches it high on the bat. So all those into the melting pot means not out.
Now Vaughan's going to think about 2 here. Rightly so. Everyone's in comfortably. Balls flying everywhere. And Michael Vaughan's got 50 again. Second time in the match. Adding to his 64 in the first innings. First time he's ever got 50 in the second innings of a Test match.
He's 64 in that first innings, 50 and still going in this, so we've got another chance to score 3 figures. Scampers through for a second. So in good touch, Michael Vaughan. Good shots off his legs and looking to drive through the offside. It's one of his better shots. Absolutely not timed it. That's good. Quite happy to go through the offside. Consistent batting. Marcus Trescothick. Just dicing there outside off stump, but that's a good shot. Clipped away. It is a left-handed shot there off his legs. Trademark shot, gets on top of the ball, back with a square on the offside. Same shot again, a little bit squarer. That's the best one. It's a super shot down the ground. Terrific timing. Nasser Hussain.
Well, he's kept it full. And that's well placed. Aravinda has no chance of cutting that off. He's still going to go and fetch it.
Well, the bowler may be stiff, Jayasuriya, but Aravinda de Silva also. It's the LBW shout. Left arm over the wicket. Where does it pitch? Just about in line again. It's a good enough shout. What does Hawkeye say? Off stump.
Oh! That's nicely played wide of mid on. Another chase for Aravinda. He's not enjoying this. Got to learn to be a slip fielder, Aravinda. All run 4.
It's a nicely played shot. He's waited for it on top of the bounce. Aravinda sprinting after it. And just stops. Actually agree with him on that.
That's well played. Quicker ball from Jayasuriya, but it's too short and too wide of off stump. This time Vaughan overtakes Trescothick.
Let's hope these two keep battling it out for the next few hours. Quicker arm ball, but as you say, short and wide.
That's a beautiful stroke. That'll race away up to the grandstand for 4.
That was beautifully timed. Just rock back. Played the straight bat. But the timing. Patu played a couple of shots like that. His it was 185. Well, ain't much better than that one.
Pulled away, that's over. Zoyser at mid-on. That's another boundary for Michael Vaughan. Putting some daylight between himself and Marcus Trescothick now. He's on to 74.
There's nothing wrong with this shot. Not quite got it out the middle, but he's seeing it that well now. Just stands up. Nicely played.
may be called into the office over that one.
Well, I wouldn't mind being a fly on the wall from the management side of things, if the management do actually see that column. Lots of players now have their own columns in the newspapers.
Nicely played by Vaughan. That's away up the hill and will go through for 4.
Another good shot is this from Michael Vaughan, but it's batter's line. It's a ball that's full of length, just drifting down the leg side. Just let the ball come right into your body. Cross-back shots, you just got to be a little bit careful on the hook and the square cut.
It's a good shot. Neither off front or back foot, really. It's going to be 2 more. Runs coming quite quickly for England now. 20 or 4 overs since lunch. It's 167 without loss.
We'll just see how Sri Lanka respond to this. The runs are coming quite freely for England. Just in this afternoon session, they'll be quite relaxed. They'll know that they've got a lot of work to do. Highest opening partnership for England at Lord's since July 1990. Hold firm, Gooch and Atherton.
Big edge on that. Oh, well. Now then, that's unbelievable. The umpires have been so good in this test match so far, detecting inside edges where perhaps we haven't done and being proved right. Trescothick has got one of the biggest bats on that you'll ever see, and he's been given out LBW.
Well, what a shame he's not the cover off it. Trudges back. It's a ball of full length. He's back in the creases. It's a big, huge nick. Oh my goodness me. It's almost the middle of the bat, but he gets the deadly finger. What a shame for Daryl Harper. What a shame for Marcus Trescothick.
Good shot from Vaughan through extra cover and up the hill. That'll race away for 4.
In a productive area for Michael Vaughan. Through the covers off the front foot. Stroking the ball away. You do get value for shot as the ball races away on this outfield, but he gets in good position there. Decent stride. He's looked really good when he's attacked through the offside. He's found the gaps in the field.
This time it is going to be 4. So Michael Vaughan moves on to 99. And some cheer for the England supporters here.
Oh, certainly he's exhibiting his repertoire. Beautiful shot. Taking it on the half volley and hammering it away out through the offside. Certainly loves to hit it in that area.
There's more than one captain out there at the moment. Vaughan pulls Butcher through, and it's misfielded. Vaughan makes it his second 100, his first at Lord's. What a relief. He's had some luck today, but he's got there eventually. Big moment for Michael Vaughan. An important season for him. Looking to take over the reins from Michael Atherton at the top of the England order. Selectors remember three-figure scores.
Well, there's an element of risk here. He sets off for the single. Now, if it's picked up cleanly and the throw gets away, it's Fernando doing the fielding, but he's there.
It's a good-looking shot in front of square. 198 for one.
This is hit front of square, quite safe. Plays it on the length. Let's look at some of the shots that got in there. Not timed as well as some of them, but it's four. This was timed well. Freebie still has to be put away, and it was. Quicker ball, chopped away. Beautiful shot off the back foot, one of the hardest to play. Plenty of width. He's 104 not out now.
Getting closer.
Got a single. It brings the 200 up for England. 200 for one.
In the 60th over. Still over 20 overs until the new ball's available to Sri Lanka. Gone on to three-figure total. Crashed away to the boundary for four, just behind square on the offside.
It's out there, a little wide, but Swindavas inviting Michael Vaughan to go after it. Well, he did. He's hit this very, very hard. No chance of a catch. Bouncing a good yard or so in front of the fielder. That's hit hard. He's got to be thinking a very big score now, Michael Vaughan.
Well, Vaughan's walking off, and Pereira gets the wicket straight away. Vaughan trying to drop his hands. He couldn't get the bat away in time, so Vaughan goes. Sangakkara's sixth catch of the match. Great bowling change for Sri Lanka. That's worked wonders. Vaughan goes for a marvellous 115, England 213 for two.
Standing ovation. Michael Vaughan. I have a bit of a problem with this though, Bob. The manager's got him out, shouldn't be bowling. Might have gone McBourne then goes for 115. And they lose their second wicket. It's 213 for 2.
Saying down the track, it's gone high in the air, and one bounce ball.
One of the saying shots against the off spinner. He does like to come down the pitch, give it everything. He has a tremendous follow through. He's on his way now to the pitch of the ball. It's a real heave down the ground. It's a good shot. It's the ball very high. One of his shots is that, to hit down the ground. Where's that gone? .220 for 2. Danger areas. Now he does run on the danger area.
Put it down. Put it down. That was on to Butcher quite quickly, and clearly glove or bat. And Sangakkara appeared to have time to get across and take the catch, but he's put it down.
It's only round about 80 miles an hour, but it's banged in short. It's a good bouncer. It's come off his shoulder. Now just imagine, the first time you see that, that's off the bat or off the glove. He can breathe more easily, the wicket-keeper here, as he goes for the hook shot, and it does come off the shoulder, definitely. Benefit of replay. One-handed, Sangakkara.
Well, you say it's just about 80 miles an hour, David. It does appear.
Rich vein of form. Nasser Hussain taking a blow on the bottom hand there. That so often happens to him.
I get the feeling at times that he tends to play a little bit low when he gets on the front foot. That ball really not doing too much, but again, Nasser Hussain, those hands rather low.
He's got a low grip on the... That's a much better looking shot from Mark Butcher. His first boundary, he's been in 2 hours now, and moves on to 18 with that lovely extra cover drive.
His long vigil pays off, gets that half volley and is able to dispatch it into the gap. It's well played. That would give an immense pleasure. It's always good to have a boundary under your belt.
The ball to be legitimate. Good shot. Very good shot indeed. Pereira too short. Hussein enjoyed that one.
Oh, it's a great shot by Hussein. Got nicely behind it. Coming down very firmly. Plenty of power. Pereira will have to keep that up to Hussein, particularly on the off stump. And that's punched away.
Good shot. Hussein used his feet quite beautifully and just chipped it over mid-on for 6. That really is good batting.
It's excellent batting because it's just leave the pressure around the ground. Everyone's enjoyed that. You know, relax again now. The batsmen up there relax. That's a lovely shot. Got to the pitch to the ball. Lifts it over the ropes. Victoria. Do a little bit for Australia.
It's a flowing cover drive from Hussein. It's one of the best shots of the day.
It's over pitched. That's Hussein. It's not a half volley. I think it just shows you how good this wicket is. It's a lovely shot. Sparing dive. Sending messages around Barnsley.
Hammered away for 4. Lovely square cut off the last ball of the over. It's 2-8-1 for 2. And England are in the lead.
Thanks, Paul. 4 runs here then for Mark Butcher. Placed perfectly. Only his second boundary in over 3 hours batting now, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Very restrained, very patient, and doing the job that England would like to see him do as well under these circumstances.
Butcher has really worked very hard and has made use of the opportunity to occupy the crease, but at the same time has been picking up whatever he could. But above all, he's given his captain a great amount of support.
Nicely clipped away this time on the leg side. Successive boundaries. Just like London buses.
Once again, brilliantly clipped away on the onside. Certainly now on a roll, Butcher. His timing far better than what it was early in the innings. He's certainly looking more positive.
Well, that's one way of stopping the flow. Butch and Hussain is back into the attack. And that one's just over the top. Butcher with his newfound freedom, just sparring with that. There was that little extra bounce.
As the flurry of boundaries continue for England. Butcher continuing in that vein. The short but positive shot by Butcher. But once again, the Sri Lankans just operating with one slip. I'm sure it will still go on over his head. But once again, he's sort of going back and getting into a shell, the Sri Lankans.
We've seen him this season, and we think he's improved. That's Mark Butcher's 50. Taking him a long time. It's his third 50 here at Lord's.
Well, that's a really patient effort. Magnificent effort. Stuck going out there, he's had a game plan.
Balls. He's batted for 3 hours 50 minutes for this 50. It's been a gritty innings. 4 fours, and he's showed plenty of application and a little invention. Nice way to bring up the 100 partnership. What a good shot that is. That's rocketed away through extra cover for 4. Partnership's worth 103 off 238 balls.
Impressive. Well, the guts of the bat. That man there that'll come into your pitch has only got about 7 or 8 yards to make, and it's hit. And he's what, 75 yards away? Doesn't get close.
Big shout for LBW. Thought long and hard about that. I think Hussain's stride saved him. The fact that it hit him round about knee height. Leg by signalled, somewhat belatedly. So there was no bat involved. Good to have another look at this.
Certainly was a good shout, and there was that skyline. Pitched right. Probably missing leg stump, and also high. Hit him over the knee roll on the flap. Yes, certainly was. The Hawkeye says so.
Good decision from umpire Harper. I think that was pad. So does the umpire. Just flicking the pad or the pad strap on the way through to Sangakkara. Chaminda Vaas getting quite excited.
It did hit something on the way, but from all appearances and from the reaction of Butcher, it was bad. But did he take the bat? Worth looking at it again.
Well, there was a noise, definitely. And looked to me as though...
Okay, nicely timed. Ravinder sprinting after it.
Sprinting? He's got there, look.
I don't want to be hard on Aravinda's, but they've changed the guy over from that position, and the previous man, it was no more than 2. It was allegedly 3.
Just got himself in the firing line there. What a wonderful player, Aravinda de Silva, but he gives us a lot of fun in the commentary box. He traps after the...
A little bounced edge, but Jawardine just dropping short of him. Not what you want on a morning, those at a foot or so in front of you. I think he's certainly warmed his hands up, got them going. Just a little bit extra bounce?
Yeah, there is. It's day 5 and you'd expect that indifferent bounce that we've seen from time to time just to show itself again on day 5. 6 for 2 England, Butcher 69, Hussain 59.
Good shot. Cocker. Oh! All sorts going on.
All sorts going on in the batter's mind. He can smile now, Mike Butcher. He sold a dummy there. Drive down the ground. Or did he touch it? I think he did. Butcher sets off. Hussain sends him back. Oh, out.
Well, what was going on there?
He had a smile in the end, Mike Butcher, but at that point he wasn't smiling. Calls him there, sends him back. Hussain dodges back to his end.
Well, it's some years back now. And they won that World Cup. 1996. First boundary of the day for England. Hussain, the man, clashing that away in front of square. Something for Pereira to think about.
Well, it was very, very short indeed. Very fine shot, pulled away well in front of square, in fact through straight mid-wicket. But it's taken just 3 minutes short of 90 minutes to register the first boundary.
Butcher prefers Zoyser, it seems. Inspiration from Nasser Hussain and his boundary to Mark Butcher for his first boundary of the morning as well.
Well, the England batting pair will be feeling more relaxed now. They lead by 82. They're not out of the woods yet. 362 for 2 sounds fantastic, but the facts of the matter are the score is actually 82 for 2, and England.
Assumptions made about this pitch because it was May and all the rest of it, and that the seamers would have more fun with it. Sudden flurry of boundaries here from England. The third in 3 or 4 minutes, and the 150 partnership between Butcher and Hussain.
Sanat Jayasuriya may regret giving Zoyser this extra over. He was going to put Fernando on.
Bold, he's had a smile on his face.
It's wide of mid-on. It's Aravinda who's pulled out another of those despairing dives to no avail.
Well, it's the highlight of my morning again. What a pity for Mike Butcher. It's a cracking shot, is this, but it's Aravinda. Look at this for a shot. Timing. Here's Aravinda. Oh, another just in the bottom corner, and there's nobody to chase it. He's got to go and get it.
Another 20 minutes. Oh, that could be close. Or has he hit it? Gone. Well, on the back foot, it's hit above the knee roll. I just think there may have been a little bit of inside edge. That's my first thought. I don't know. But he's gone anyway. Hussain is on his way.
Big appeal from Pereira and Sri Lanka. Left arm over, and Hussain opting to stay at the crease, to stand on the crease and not play forward. There's always a slight danger in that. Looks as if it's pitched well outside leg stump. Now, what's the height look like? It looks as if it's going way over the top. He's on full tiptoe stretch, but it looks as if the ball, and Hawkeye confirms that the ball is going over the top of the stumps. It's hit him high, and he's on tiptoes playing defensively. A backward shot, rushes up the steps. Nasser Hussain, that's not a good sign for the dressing room. Hussain has gone for 68, 372 for 3.
Look to be always going over the top. Look at the appeal. Well, extraordinary. Two pretty poor LBW decisions from Daryl Harper. Yeah, you know how you feel with one slip in there. More runs, that's gone final, run away for 4. Just flicked away from his hit by Mark Butcher. Goes to 90, it's his highest score at Lord's.
Always nice to get into the 90s. Also talk about the nervous 90s, just see how Butcher reacts to being so close to 3 figures. Another over from Fernando. He's into his 22nd.
Nice shot, that's 4. Beautifully timed by Graham Thorpe. His first boundary.
Yeah, that's Graham Thorpe. Just leaning on the ball. Ball of full length, roundabout leg stump. As soon as he hits that, he knows that it's full, right off the middle of the bat.
Oh, that's rocketed away to the boundary. It was a marvellous shot by Graham Thorpe. Bit of improvisation involved. Second boundary for Thorpe. The 400's up for England.
A super shot there by Thorpe. Waited on that. And like very late, coming down on it, ensuring that it went right into the gap between the gully and backward point.
At Birmingham over recent years. Well, that's it. Thorpe on the helmet.
I think the batsmen really haven't been picking up the short one quickly enough. Once again, nowhere in position. Just waited on the ball to come right into him. Does. So deceptive at times.
Timed that all right. And New enjoys it, can't get round. Pretty short boundary up to the new grandstand.
That was a real beauty. It rocketed away from the point it left the bat. Not much effort, but again the timing was absolutely good. Intense concentration and the balance to contribute.
So Butch has a little look round. Bat on shoulder, just waiting as field is reset. That'll do. Mark Butcher through to his 100, his 4th in Test cricket. A very patient effort here at Lord's, just what was required. So his 4th 100 in Test cricket. It's the 4th 100 of this particular match. And it's done a lot to ensure that England reach safety in this opening match of the series.
Quite interesting, I think in many ways he might actually enjoy this 100 as much as, say, against Australia. Totally different circumstances, different kind of game plan required, and they know how hard he's worked for it, his teammates. I'm sure that'll mean, those signals will mean something to Butcher. Well, if you don't have a slip, you have absolutely no sympathy whatsoever. For me, 4 runs.
Well, Sri Lanka have become more and more defensive as these last 2 days of play have worn on. Straightforward edge, wide of the keeper, and so much space vacant in that. That's a different kettle of fish. It's not so high, it's only about waist height, and badly directed too, so that's more of a gift for Graham Thorpe, not one he's going to miss out on. And it helps bring up the 50 partnership too. The partnership now worth exactly 53.
The first bounce was a very good one. That was a bad one. That Mark Butcher, he's been there. Some bad days. .4 o'clock yesterday. Mark Butcher arrived at the crease. It's now 2 the following day, and he's still there with all kinds of shots. Delicate touches, good timing, some lovely shots through the offside. And that's the one that brought up. Big night for Henry at Lord's. A great 100 for his team.
This game been so important to them over the years. That's away fine. Now Ravinder after it, and he will be after it.
It's a good job as that fence there to stop it. Thinking about the sweep shot, I think initially. Doesn't want to do anything silly now.
Ranjit Fernando, our co-commentator in here, of course a friend of the Sri Lankan team. That's a clever little shot. going to have to hurry here. That's a very good throw. Well, Mark Butcher is the man now who is going to have to wait to see what the verdict is. The throw was brilliant. Jimin Devas, the man who made his way round some 40 yards or so, and he had the ball in his hand when Mark Butcher decided that, OK, he was far enough away from him to come back for the third. He's struggling here, and he's well out. Well, what a disappointment for England, especially, of course, for Mark Butcher. That decision will be coming up on the screens here at Lord's any moment now. No real need for further confirmation, I would have thought. Can't see much from that angle that you didn't see beforehand. Except there's a stump tilting backwards, there's a bat a foot and a half away from the line. Out it is. So any thoughts of Mark Butcher extending this 100 through the day? They're over now. Strange way for it all to end.
Well, I have to say, really, absolutely no need whatsoever for that. It's the opening now at Sri Lanka. What was the point of it? Beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. Mark Butcher then gone for 105. It's 432 for 4.
Good piece of timing, this. Outfield still in very good shape. 4 runs added to Graham Thorpe's score. 44 he is now.
Tiz has been some marvellous examples of timing throughout this game. This is as good as any of them. Just roll of the wrists, middle of the bat, 4 more. Alex Stewart enjoyed it. He'll have seen it a few times as well.
They've seen it a lot, both for England and for Surrey.
Manages a smile. He doesn't mind hard work, does he? We've seen him before bowl long spells.
Tippled away down to fine leg. That's going to be 4. Nicely played by John Crawley. A classic little leg glance. It's his first boundary of his innings.
Very strong off his legs, John Crawley, especially if a ball is drifting down that leg side. Concealed delivery from Vass. Catches leg stump and goes further down the leg side, and just a very pleasant turn of the wrist from John Crawley. Plays very well on the leg side. Has been said that he's too much leg side, not a bit of it for me.
It's 50 for Thorpe. It's a fairly minor milestone for him, getting through to a half-century. It's a well put together innings. But the fact that he's got through to 50 means that each of the top 5 for England has got past 50. And the last time they did that was in 1939.
Watchful innings from Graham Thorpe. Almost as if he's just had a net, and that would be his first scoring shot to the boundary. That's his trademark shot, just back with a square from the offside, and another. Plays that so well, hardly ever misses out. Very strong there through mid-wicket, full length. Just got a net there for me.
.2 in England's first innings. Thorpe's found the gap between long leg and deep backward square. 7 boundaries for Graham Thorpe.
Beautiful shot, totally in control.
It's a good sweep shot. Away for 4. 50 partnership up between Thorpe and Crawley. That's come up in 113 balls, and England's lead now extends past 200.
It's a good sweep shot. It's down there, but John Crawley gets on top of it. He's a good player of spinners all around. There's nothing wrong with that shot. Totally in control.
5-4 onside field. Silva round the wicket to Thorpe. Straight to mid-on. And a good catch diving forward. Boudica Fernando diving in there. It's the end of Graham Thorpe. A little bit casual from the Surrey left-hander. He goes for 65. England 5 down now.
Well, he's going to be very disappointed with this. He's been playing quite comfortably, very easily. Goes to loft it over the infield and mid. Takes a good catch in the end, diving forward, but it's a soft wicket for England. And Thorpe on his way back to the pavilion. He's gone for 65. It's 483 to come. Well, that's the end of Graham Thorpe, and it's a soft dismissal. He's played so well, looked so comfortable out there, and then really chips it to mid-on. But I have to say, it was a very good catch, diving forward.
Swept fine by Stewart. It's going to be 4.
It's drifting on the onside and a little bit of bat, and once you get a touch, they're always in business. Picking up 4 runs in the process. Jisana Jayasuriya with that squarish action of ease. The ball drifting down the leg side, and Stewart's able to lap it away.
Full tossed, it's a gift for Alex Stewart, and he takes full advantage. 4 through extra cover.
That's a fine shot. Making use of that full toss, a juicy one, and virtually a gift. The important thing is to get runs on the board of it.
500. 500 for 5, England, leading by 220. There we go, confirmation of that fact. The first time for 60 test matches that England have passed 500 runs. January 1997 against New Zealand in Auckland. Stewart played in that, Hussain played, Thorpe played, Crawley played, Dominic Cork. That's it.
Yes, I think it was more in hope than any conviction. Well, he did hit the bat on the toe of his boot, and Sangakkara went up. Importantly, they've made it when following on, and that speaks for the character of some of their players.
Big appeal for the catch. I think Crawley hit the ground with his bat. I think that's what the noise was. It's a good take by Sangakkara.
Yes, I think it was more in hope than any conviction. Well, he did hit the bat on the toe of his boot, and Sangakkara went up.
It's an interesting shot from Crawley. Had a big lap at that from outside off stump, and he's got 4 for it.
It's interesting indeed. He's hit it very fine, getting the foot right across the line of the ball, and got it fine to an area where there was no field at all.
Be close. Not going to give that. Well, no shot offered, and I wonder where that was going.
That must have been very, very close. Did that do enough? That's the question. This was one who gets a fair amount of drift from outside off stump.
Well, Skyline's in it. The point of contact is outside off stump, but you would say on angle.
Must have been disappointed at that time. He was not able to place it wide off Athapattu. That was short enough.
That's going for 4. He should have done as well. A looping full toss. But Crawley dispatches easily. 5-1-4 for 5.
Makes no mistake with that one. That was juicy, and had enough time to get it wide off Athapattu for 4.
Well, I might as well get on with things in that fashion. You never know what you might pick up.
Plenty of appeals with England batsmen just looking to sweep both these spinners.
Catherine, I don't have any doubts whatsoever that he would have given it a rip, but he rips it on just about anything. But not many other finger spinners I can think of. Rubber jam, perhaps.
Last man out in England's poor showing of 275. Crawley making 31. End of the 191st over. 529 for 5. And Nasser Hussain has decided to declare. Alex Stewart sprints off the ground. John Crawley has boosted his average a little bit. He's 41 not out. Alex Stewart 26 not out, so the innings is concluded. 529 for 5 declared. England leading by 249. A long second innings for England. England batting order all scored 50. Have a look at the wickets that fell. Marcus Trescothick given out LBW. That was a shocking decision, Ian.
Yeah, I'm afraid it wasn't very good at all. Massive inside edge onto the pads. Hard to understand what it was. It was given Michael Vaughan outside edge. Pereira, the man doing the damage. Karma taking the catch. Another shocking decision. Nasser Hussain pitched 3 or 4 inches outside leg stump and would have gone over the top. Mark Butcher, an unnecessary wicket, I feel, under the circumstances. Not even running hard the first 2, and then suddenly decide to take on Chaminda Vass for the 3rd and has run out by about 1.5 feet. And then Graham Thorpe trying to go over the top, bottom of the bat. Fernando taking a very good catch.
529 for 5 then England, second time around, following their dismal performance in the first innings. 275, at least 30 with the ball. He too bowling with 3 slips in the gully. That's hit him straight on the head. Marvin Atapattu calls Sangakkara through for what will be a leg bye. And Sangakkara didn't know much about that. Quick delivery.
Well, he's smiling now. He enjoyed that too much. That's right on the lid. Surprised me if that's done some damage to the helmet.
Sideways on. Punch that through mid-on. There'll be 3 here at least. And they'll just settle for 3.
Back it up, Trace.
Atapattu is so good in front of the wicket, and that's really why he's always been able to pick up runs. He plays square of the wicket much later in his innings. Concentrates on the V most times earlier on. How one should play the shorter deliveries.
The wicket. Atapattu has gone, flicking that off his legs. Butcher takes the catch, and Atapattu departs. 16 for 1, Sri Lanka.
Big disappointment for Atapattu. He's batted so well. He's just making this one mistake, looking to whip it on the onside, playing a little bit away from his body. and straight to the catcher.
So Atapatu goes for 7, 16 for 1. Mahela Jayawardene coming in at number 3 with probably not much more than 3 minutes to bat. Average is 50 in Test cricket. That's
Well, that is Atapatu. Not able to control that. Straight to Butcher.
Two men back for Jayawardene. I'll tell you, that's a quick ball. That's given him the hurry up. Given Stewart the hurry up as well. 4 byes.
Not funny for Jayawardene coming in at this stage from the darkness of the dressing room into the open. The first ball that really flew. Even Stewart, his outstretched hands couldn't stop it.
Against Yorkshire on Wednesday in the Benson Hedges quarter-final. It's cut away uppishly but perfectly safely for 4. Off a no ball as well.
Well played by Jayawardene. Got an opportunity to sway his arms and put it away into the vacant spaces. As soon as you get it over that infield, you're always in business.
The middle of the pitch.
Good point you make, David. He's gone for a lot of runs in recent tests. And he's gone for 4 more now.
Well, he's not got a new ball here. There's a signal. He might just be balling himself out of a test match place. He'd have every chance of pitching the ball up. It's a new cricket ball. The batsmen who are looking for the game to end, he might just find something full of length that could do for any batsman, but not there. Just a long hop.